Please introduce yourself.
Well, Mr. Omar, thank you for bringing me on this Achar Talk-Show, which I believe is the first. So I'm glad to be the pioneer speaker of this show. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I am BOLAJI ABDULLAhi. I'm a management consultant, and I also do some writing. I'm into copywriting and all forms of content writing and all. So thank you very much for having me here. And I can't just go ahead and give my insight about what leadership is. I have to reckon with already existing literatures, and there have been several definitions of leadership by thought leaders, one of which is Peter Drucker, the father of management. He said something that leadership being a situation of realization of man's highest performance, highest standard, and man's increased ability. And also, when you look at the definition of Kuntz, he said it's a process of influencing people towards achieving organizational goal. And coming down to Nigeria, look at by definition by Adeoye Mayowa, where he said leadership is all about setting a long-term goal and rallying and influencing people to achieve the goal. So from all this, what I can pick from all this is that there's something we need to know. A key denominator of leadership is influence. So leadership is a process. I can now say leadership is the process of influencing people. Anybody that can influence is a leader. And leadership is in all ramifications of life. You find leadership at the highest level, you find it at the middle, you find it at the lowest level of life. So every person that is able to influence a certain category of people into doing something, he's a leader. Let me borrow our usual slang. That's deep. So who is a leader? Well, to me, a leader is someone that understands two things. Responsibility, one, and influence, two. A leader is someone that understands that he has a role to play. And in order for him to play this role effectively, he needs people with him to achieve these goals. So basically, I can say a leader is someone that understands his own responsibility and is able, he or she, because by the time we keep using the woman, let's be gender sensitive. A leader can be he or she. So he or she understands the responsibility and knows how to make people do what is necessary to achieve the goals. That's who a leader is for me. I believe in two personal values. That's honesty and integrity. That's an internal value. Anyone that is honest and has an atom of integrity in him will be able to influence. Because when you look at the traits of leadership, you as a leader, you must be able to communicate. You must have good interpersonal skills. You must possess that leadership spectrum in you understand? And you must be able to strategize. You must be able to lead. You must be able to show people this is the result and this is how we get there. So those are some of the common traits that I know that you find in leaders. Yes, a leader must be able to convince people. I don't believe in coercing people. So my own thought process about a leader would be someone that is able to convince people to see his vision and to buy into his vision and to lay out strategic paths for people to follow through and achieve those visions. So, because there are several theories of leadership, and the foremost theory of leadership is the traits theory, which states that leaders are born. Let me just put it like that. Leaders are born. That is, there are some persons that naturally they possess the leadership attributes. They have the communication skills. they have the vision, they know how to strategize, they can influence. So naturally it comes to them. So, but personally, I really don't subscribe to the trait theory. Though there are other theories, we have the behavioral, we have the situational, we have the servant leadership theory. We have several leadership theories. But when it comes to personality traits, I understand that everybody is born with a specific personality. There are specific traits to people, so which are innate. But then I also believe we've been given the attribute as human to be able to develop our traits. So for instance, if I am naturally blessed with communicating, I can improve. If naturally I have anger issues, I can go to therapy and improve and become better with anger management. So we are able to modify our traits. So I believe that as a leader, being a leader is a process, and it starts somewhere, and as time goes on, you need to keep improving on your personality as a leader. You need to improve on your personality as a leader, because that's the hallmark of leadership. You must be able to listen to understand. So you shouldn't be such a leader that you listen to react. It's your personality as a leader that determines a lot of things. So as a leader, you must do a lot to work on your personality. Well, I subscribe to the situational leadership theory. And this is why. Because every situation is unique. And each situation requires certain action. You understand? So there will be a time where you have to be cool-headed as a leader. Be calm. Listen, And there will be a time where you have to be firm as a leader. Yes, you have to be firm. You have to be autocratic, And there are times where you have to be laissez-faire, just let people do it their own way. You understand? Yeah. So I subscribe to situational leadership theory because I understand that every situation requires certain reaction. And as a leader, I believe a leader is more of a chameleon. You should be able to adapt to any situation you find yourself. You find yourself in a horrible situation, you should be able to adapt. And a leader is not blessed with time. You're not blessed with time as a leader. You're not blessed with time to think it through. You're not blessed with vast time to look at the situation and evaluate for long hours. Because decision relies on you. So as a leader, you must be able to take a quick look at everything and come to a resolution. So a leader does not have the time to think too much. It is what Achar is doing is to help people improve. People, not just people, businesses, organizations, to improve. And, fortunately, just today, I started reading a book by John Maxwell, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And I just finished with the first law, which is law of intentionality. You can keep achieving goals. But if you want to move higher the ladder, you want to go far, you must invest in your growth. And that's where Achar comes in. You must invest in your growth. And when we say invest in your growth, what should you do? The hallmark of individual growth is personal development. So as an individual, you find yourself in a leadership position, you must be able to evolve because every day you come across different situations. And as a leader, I believe nothing should eat you as a shock. So with Achar, you get to have training sessions. You get to have syndicate sessions where you discuss with people of like minds. You get to have materials. I'm trying to remember a certain illustration. It's about a pack of lions that is led by a goat. what do you think will end them?
They will actually go astray.
And then a pack of goats that is led by a lion.
They will actually learn. Then they will act like a lion.
So, from this analogy, we should understand that any organization or company or business that wants to achieve their targets is not just about spending money on advertising, marketing, doing a lot of sales promotion. The most important asset of any business are the people. The people in the business, your subordinates, your workers, they are your greatest assets. So you have to invest in them. You have to invest in them. I don't know, I wouldn't like to mention the name of this bank so it won't seem as if I'm advertising them. There's a particular bank, even though the bank gives me a lot of headache, but there's something I've heard about the bank that interests me. That in the banking world, staffs that come from this particular bank, other banks chase them because they are hotcakes. Simply because the bank has invested so much in their staff through trainings and what have you. They've invested so much. So you know that when a staff is coming, when a person is coming from this particular bank, you know you are getting an asset. You understand? So, and that's what makes the bank one of the most successful banks in the world today. You know, take care of your people. Be intentional about their individual growth, because it is only when they grow that they will grow your business. So you must invest in training your staff. Those at the lower level, at the middle level, at the top level, you have to invest in training them. And most importantly, in leadership. Because if there's something lacking in Nigeria today, leadership is the number one thing.
I know, right?
Leadership is the number one thing. You know, recently in one of our classes, we're having an argument about leadership in Nigeria. And one of my colleagues said that he doesn't think we have leadership in Nigeria. And what training suits them better than leadership training when everybody feels the responsibility? As I said at the beginning of the talk show that this is the first edition.
Yeah.
I am the pioneer speaker, and I'm sitting at NIAS Events and Suits. So it's a big thing. It's a big thing. It's a big thing, and I would like to appreciate NIAS Events and Suits for allowing this talk show in their premises. In fact, it's the beginning of big things. It's the beginning of big things. And I'd like to appreciate Achar Business also for bringing me on the talk show today to share my little bit of leadership, you know. So I'd like to appreciate them. And most importantly, the essence of the business is to educate and to help people grow. So, and anyone who wants success must be intentional about growth. So I will employ everyone seeing this to invest with Achar Business. They are consultants. They help you with trainings, leadership trainings, management trainings, HR, and all forms of training just to help your business grow. And they can also help businesses to come up with performance indices to improve performance in the workplace. So contact them today.